loss out of it, do you feel like you accomplished what you wanted to see out of your guys, those 2 games over there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the first opportunity to play against kind of Power 5 BCS opponents. So it's early season. We'll see how it plays out. But I do think that BYU and Purdue both have chances to have really good seasons. So just the reality of playing against great competition gave us an opportunity to improve, expose some things for sure. Short turnaround on this Louisville game, but I think we can get through this 3-game stand right here, the 2 in San Diego and Louisville. Then we have a chance to kind of practice and get back to us.
We talk about things that were exposed. What specific things were you referring to?
Well, I think some specific things like didn't get off to a good start in either game. So really looking at everything that goes into that, the players on the floor, the offense and defense schemes. Also, two winning time situations. We closed the game out against BYU, and we obviously did not close the game out against Purdue. So that would be 2 examples: the start of the game, the end of the game. Then some specific things, just continuing, to try to be a better rebounding team. On offense, continuing to try to find that balance between trying to get to the free throw line, but also understanding that one of our identities is our 3-point shooting.
Wins and losses notwithstanding, do you think this team's on pace or on track from where you thought it would be when the season started at this point?
I don't know. I think we're still a work in progress. I'm sure that every other team can kind of do the same thing, but it's like 2 sides of a coin. I could tell you how well we played against Colorado State in the first half, a really good opponent. And then I could tell you how in the second half it was kind of a different game. I could tell you some positives from BYU and Purdue, and also some glaring things we've got to work on. So I don't think we're any different than any other team. You don't want to be your best version in November. You kind of learn a lot about yourself in November and try to hold serve as much as you can. December is a big month because it's got to be the improvement heading into conference play. So December has always been about trying to improve. Simply stated, trying to be better than you were in November, and then understanding what's right around the corner in January.
What do you have a lot of confidence in? What are you doing well right now?
Well, I think our players' hearts are in the right place. I think the guys want to do well. They want to win. They're putting in the time. I think we've got a lot of guys that, have had some really good individual success in college basketball, but we all share the desire to win together. So I would start by just it's a team who seems to be on the same page in terms of their desire to do something. That would be a positive in my mind. These guys are coachable. For the most part, we have really good practices every day. We just got to continue to get better as a team.
What do you see out of this Louisville team? Obviously, a program that looks like it's taking a step forward from where they were last year.
Yeah, for sure. A brand new team. I don't think there's one player playing in the rotation that played at Louisville last year. It might be one guy on the roster, but in terms of rotational players. So coaching staff did a good job kind of in today's modern college basketball coming in. They were able to get one really good high school player through a coaching change. And then these guys did a great job in the portal. I would say that they not only signed talented players, but they signed some guys that play together well. So they got off to a great start in their season, really highlighted by their play in the Bahamas, the 3-game tournament. So, I got a lot of respect for their coaching staff and what they've put together very quickly at Louisville.
You're not a very big team. How do you feel like the team rebounded to this point?
It's a work in progress. We are big in some ways, strength and physical size. I think with height, we don't have the team, for example, like we had last year with 2 7-footers, but rebounding comes in different ways. I mean, some of the best rebounders I've ever coached were 6'4", 6'5". So there's a lot of desire, a lot of anticipation, a lot of instincts, a lot of kind of physical toughness required to rebound. What I would tell you about our team, and it's no secret, we're going to need everybody to rebound. And I think when our guards defensive rebound down, and when we can manufacture some more possessions with offensive rebounds, I think that's where our team has a chance to be at its best.
I don't know how many times you've run across Pat Kelsey in your career, but what are usually kind of the identity of most of the teams that he's coached, and in what ways this Louisville team going to fit the mold?
Yeah, I don't know, Pat. Being a basketball guy, I think I saw his teams at Charleston play. I know he's known for his guys playing really, really hard, and it seems like he's in the early stages of getting that done at Louisville. So I don't know him personally, but obviously a lot of respect for everything he's done in his career to this point.
What do you see out of Clafty just these first few games?
Yeah, I think Eduardo continues to play well. You know, not only in games but in practice, which is giving him opportunity. He got some big minutes this weekend in San Diego. Starting to be a player that we trust, even though he's a freshman. Works extremely hard. I think for us to be the team we want to be, we're going to have contributions from everybody on our roster. Eduardo's no different. But I think his ability to play really hard on the defensive end, you know, bring some enthusiasm and effort to our team. And then on offense, you know, we rely on him to be a playmaker as well as a shot maker.
Is anybody you're getting a little more than you anticipated going into the season from?
No, and I wish the answer to that question was yes. So, look, there's a real individual part of a team sport, you know, and you know, we all know the team sport, you know, unselfishness, of course, but anybody that knows how to win in a team sport understands there's some healthy selfishness too. Like, you know, you got to go win your matchup. You got to do the things that you have to do. And you know, our best teams over the years, we've always had that guy or two that's, hey, you know, we're not losing tonight. You know, whatever it takes. Maybe it's scoring, maybe it's defense, maybe it's rebounding, maybe it's just purely my attitude and getting other people ready to play. But I think we've got. It's a good question. I think about it. I tell the guys all the time, like, who's bringing their A game right now? And it's not necessarily a criticism. It's kind of good news. We got some guys playing really well right now, but I don't think we've seen anybody, you know, have that game where for 40 minutes somebody played at their highest level. So just trying to get our team better, but at the same time, the individual part of this game is, you know, can we get 4 or 5 guys bringing their A game? Then I think we can play with anybody in the country.
How about the progress of Bowl?
Yeah, John Bull, you know, it's player development. He's gained 15 pounds since he's been here. He continues to kind of change his diet, try to get stronger, more athletic in that weight room and training room. This time of year, it's been a challenge because we haven't had many practices. You guys can imagine you go out to San Diego and you play 2 games, you get back an off day. But I think when we have had time to practice, John has done well. You know, just like a lot of other freshmen around the country, he can't just see game day stat sheet as the measuring stick here. You know, I tell John all the time, you got to win each day, you got to run your own race, and there'll absolutely be some opportunity for him this season to help our team on the floor this season.
Any more questions for Coach?
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, brother.